just think the way she's playing, there could have been a big score in there somewhere along the line. She's on the back foot there, smashes that through the covers. That'll be 4. Comes in again and bowls and Bouchier's. Oh, nearly nicked that one through to the stumps. 1 or 2. Oh, she's out. She has gone.
In again, bounds in, and that's Fuller, and that's driven again, and that's going to go for 4 again. It's in again, bounds in, and that's Fuller, and that's driven again, and that's going to go for 4 again. It's
Here's Arleth again, full, and Feltham drive down the ground. Now, I don't think Georgia Davis is going to get that because the ball's running away down the hill. That's a lovely punch drive there. Flowing blonde hair, and that's full. Feltham drive. She's found the gap this time. That's a beautiful shot. And that'll be 4.
That's a bit short. Oh. That's an interesting shot. That was short, and Fulton just thrown her hand through that, and it's flown away over the offside field for 4.
Okay.
Big bash, yeah. Wong in again and down the wicket. Oh, that's an interesting shot. This could be out, and it is out.
It's a great catch.
Oh, that is a really good catch.
Comes in again, long run up, bowls the ball, and that's outside off. That's driven nicely, and that has beaten the infield. And the sweeper that was out there is no longer there. So that is 4 runs.
That's driven nicely by McCaughan. Oh, this time it is through the offside field. That's missed by Burns, and that's going to go away for 4.
Oh, wow.
Beckenham is Burns cap and all, and that's a nice shot in the air and straight down the field before you kept wicket. Now down the wicket, and that's a much stronger shot, and that could go all the way. Oh, not quite. 1 bounce for 4.
I just think the peak would get in the way.
Well, that's something.
But
there's a reverse sweep, and she has got the bat on that, and Perrin's going to do well to stop that one. She's after it, and she just pulls it back inside the rope. That's a great piece of fielding at the far end of the ground. 3 runs to McCaughan, who seems to have just decided that
a little bit more orange. I think they can go further. As Potts comes in and bowls and pitched up, and that's nicely driven down the ground. It's going up the hill, so that might, no, it's going to get away from Izzy Wong, so that's really well timed.
We are going to get the odd shower here and there. I think we've missed that one. Now that's in the air. This could be called an extra cover. It could be a simple catch for Eve Jones, and it is.
Field Amy Jones a little bit.
Oh, is she? That's a little sweep shot, and that's caught on the 45 on the leg side. Yeah. Adams drives past the diving Burns, and that's going down the hill for 4. Beautifully timed shot there from the Vipers captain. 108 for 4 then. Here's Burns again and bowls. And Adams goes aerial this time, almost in the same area. And that'll be 4 more.
As always, I think the field placing has been good, as Gemma just pointed out.
Yeah, it has. And short, and it's pulled away and caught at mid-wicket. And Dean goes. What a good catch that was. Oh, he might take over from Burns when she's finished. That's short, and Windsor pulls that away. Oh, it's a great caught and bowled. Erin Burns. That's an absolute top catch. There's Burns again, flighted, and again it's in the air. Now is Potts going to get there? She does. Good catch at deep mid-on, and Burns has picked up 5 for now. 9 wickets in 2 games for her, and she celebrates with her teammate. Eve Jones comes over.
Good discipline from Central Sparks. That's again a sweep, but this time that's a straight ball that's hit middle stump.
She comes in and bowls, and that's full and driven. That's nicely driven again by Monaghan, and that may beat the fielder, and it does. It beats the diving stretch. She comes past the umpire, and again, back of her leg. Oh! And Monaghan played that quite deliberately, and then again and bowls, and that was just back of a length, and that's been slapped straight, sort of a straight pull, and that's going to go all the way. This relatively short boundary, this end. I think you were saying earlier is that's driven, and that's driven really well. It's driven high, and 1 bounce 4 over long off by Alice Monaghan, who's batting really beautifully here.
I'll just take over a minute because I've got to do an update.
Davis come in, and that's gone. That's leg stump out the ground. She tries to sweep Georgia Davis.
That's all really. You might have missed it, Gemma. Oh, now Bell hits that in the end. She's going to be caught, and that is the end of the innings. She had a big swing there, Lauren Bell. It just came off the toe of the bat, and she's caught at point, and that is the end of the Vipers' innings.
In place of her as Bell's in, and that's cut away behind backward point, and that will race to the boundary for Sparks' first 4 of the innings. Round the wicket to Jones, and that's driven, and that's beaten the inside. That's beautifully timed, and that's going to race away to the cover boundary for.
Again, Freeborn drives, and she's found the gap again in the covers, and that'll go all the way.
She comes in again, and that's full, and that's driven, and that's beaten the infield once again. Again, really well timed. And I don't think, no, she didn't get round to it. That's 4 runs through backward point. Bell to Jones, and that's a low full toss, and that's driven, and it's half stopped, but that's not going to change the fact that that's a boundary. I think that's Elvis.
She's in again now. That's a full toss, which Freeborn's just helped herself to, really. Hit away on the leg side for 4. That's a very loose ball from objected. Smith in again, that's a full toss, and it's whacked away by Freeborn. Got what it deserved. A despairing dive on the boundary by
Ellison again, and that's Fuller, and that's bowled her. That's leg stump out of the ground. Abby Freeborn.
You have 9 wickets in hand as Jones whacks that over the onside. That's a beautiful shot from Amy Jones. Just picked the ball up off a length. Dean bowls. There's a lovely little reverse sweep there from Amy Jones, and that's rolling down the hill. Lindsay Smith won't get that.
In and bowls, and a little bit of foot movement down the wicket, and beats the fielder long off, and that does go for 4. So good shot from Amy Jones. Just enough foot movement to get to the pitch of that ball, and Smith in, and again just slightly back of lung. That's another misfield, I would say, by Georgia Ellis, and that's also going to go to the boundary. Georgia Adams and Charlie Dean just followed it to the rope.
Yes. Adams comes in again round the wicket. Eve Jones drives past a diving Adams up towards the top end of the ground, up towards the Cromwell end, and that is a sweetly timed shot.
That's short and pull by Jones. That's a great shot. Just hammered away through mid-wicket. A genuine pull shot as Bell went for the short ball. Just trying to find something different. And that's nicely driven. She hits it. And it's got through the field. That probably should have been fielded at mid-on by the level she's at.
Terrific out there, isn't she? Oh, she's bowled just as we say that. She's come down the wicket at Lindsay Smith. The right-hander, the Aussie, comes down the wicket and hits it over the top, over mid-on. She's not hanging around.
That's a nice straight drive. That's through. That's through for 4. 18th over. 38th over. Thank you. Oh, that's a caught and bowled. That's a very gentle end to an innings where she's totally in control. Jones has just gone on the back foot, changed her mind, I think, and just chipped the ball gently back to the bowler.
To get 10 runs for the bonus point. Here's Dean again, bowls, and Campbell's bowled! Quicker ball, kept low. Campbell's trying to give herself some room, force it through square on the offside. As Dean comes in and bowls, and Burns goes high over mid-wicket. That's a lovely slog sweep. That's going all the way. What a shot that is.
First 6 of the day, coming right at the end of the day. Adams is in. Burns goes over the top, and this will be it. She's hit that inside out over extra cover for 4 for the winning runs for Central Sparks.